All right, and welcome back to episode 72 of the Alec Frengos Show. This is a sports podcast centered around NBA and NFL. And today, I'm joined by Joey Price, Jay Price. Welcome back to the show, Bryson Puncher.
Let's go.
Good. Thank you for joining.
Let's
Thank
go.
you.
Of course.
Today, I didn't schedule too many topics because I know we're going to be in some long debates debating this division.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go through the NFC North. We're going to talk about an NBA legend that recently retired. And we're going to give out some breakout candidates for this upcoming year, 2026-2027 NFL season, defense or offense, who we think is going to really take a jump into that superstar type of tier. But let's just start off. Jay, I'll let you have at this because you've been a Thunder fan since you were younger. I know you loved Westbrook. Russell Westbrook has announced his retirement. Should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Crushed a bunch of record books. Unfortunately, could never get a ring, though. But, Jay, Russell Westbrook's career has come to an end.
Yeah.
Feels like we're getting a little bit older. What's your favorite moment from Russell Westbrook's historic career?
I think for me, like, always growing up, I love the Thunder just because of him, and he was my Instagram profile picture on my middle school account that I got logged out of.
Yeah.
It's still that
I still
Russell
follow
Westbrook
it, I think.
picture.
That's crazy.
Probably.
That's crazy.
So I love him. I would say if I'm saying my favorite moment, I would just say his MVP season as a whole, because like I've always loved the Raptors, but like when Durant left, I was kind of pissed, and that made me like Westbrook even more, like that he stuck around as long as he did, and it was unbelievable to watch him play like, around a bunch of trash. Like that team sucked, but he took them to the playoffs. And they lost they lost the Rockets, but yeah, I would say that he's so electrifying, and I'm gonna miss him.
Joey, thoughts?
Yeah, obviously a legend.
For sure.
First ballot Hall of Famer. Obviously known for triple doubles. I agree with the MVP season. That's kind of when I first started like looking up NBA, getting into it, and he was kind of like one of those top 5 guys you kind of saw and wanted to watch all the time. So definitely that, and then the famous 2020 game that he had.
Oh, 2020 on the Wizards.
Yeah, which was...
He dedicated that to Nipsey Hussle, too, I remember. I forgot about that moment. Yeah. For me, like, I was never a Thunder fan. I respected Westbrook, but I was never a diehard fan. But my favorite moment just as a basketball fan was that first game back in Oklahoma City when Durant returned. Yeah, they were barking at each other nonstop. That was honestly... That's one of the sports games that I go back to and I watch a lot because you don't get many feelings like that in sports. Kevin Durant fell short with the Thunder, sold out to the Warriors. Warriors end up winning 2 championships, Durant being the finals MVP. But when he came back to Oklahoma City, they had all the cupcake signs, and Westbrook and him have iconic clips jawing at each other throughout the game. That's a game everyone's going to remember forever in NBA history. And, yeah, KD and Westbrook, what a fun duo to watch. Westbrook also went on to have a good career, too, even with the Rockets. Yeah. He put up crazy stats on the Wizards with Bradley Beal. But, yeah, overall, Russell Westbrook, NBA legend. NBA legend. And he's going to be one of those guys in 15, 20 years where we got to remind people, like, this guy was really good even though he didn't win a championship. And people our age are never going to forget Russell Westbrook, ever. Does anything stand out to you from Russell Westbrook's career?
Well, he was just the ultimate competitor.
He was.
I mean, he dragged guys into the fight. He's a guy you always wanted on your team.
He always gave 100%.
He was always
one
in
of those
your
rare
face.
guys.
He was doing everything on the court. Believe he's top 10 all-time in assists.
Probably in a lot of stats,
so,
he's top 10.
He's the ultimate competitor, and he's definition of a playoff basketball player, and it's just like... It's too bad he never got a ring, but, you know, he's cemented such a legacy on himself, just being one of the top competitors to ever play the game.
Yeah, no, Westbrook's a legend, and shout out to Westbrook, man.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations on retirement. You got a bunch of money in the bank. Go do whatever you want, bro. Let's move towards NFL because preseason we got in the background here. It's coming up very quick. Once you see the starters playing a couple snaps, you know it's getting for real now, and it's that time to get excited. Fantasy drafts are coming up soon. Everything, the whole 9 yards. I'll start with you, Joey. We're going to go 3 breakout candidates. Let's go 1. Everyone gives 1. We'll go around for a second. We'll go around for thirds.
Sure. All right.
Give me your number 1 breakout candidate.
Number 1, a Denver Bronco.
Oh, wow.
A guy that Sean Payton trusted a lot in his rookie year, which he doesn't do a lot with rookies.
I was expecting this.
He's talked about him a lot this offseason. It's Pat Bryant, one guy that I think is going to take a huge jump. This offense with Davis Webb calling plays now is going to be a lot more explosive.
You're lucky he's not a head coach right now.
Well, I know, but I'm sure he will next year.
100%.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to do a great job. Pat Bryant always catches the ball. Just a great player all around.
Let's talk about this for a little bit. So, you got Cortland Sutton, who we all know.
Yeah.
We have Jalen Waddle, newly acquired Denver Broncos wide receiver. And then do you see Pat Bryant as the day, if he breaks out though, but week 1, first snap on offense, do you see him as the number 3 wide receiver right now? Because who else do they have? They have
Franklin's
Mims.
good.
They have Troy Franklin, who honestly hasn't looked too shabby, but he's been inconsistent.
Yeah.
Pat Bryant slots in at the 3 for you, especially Sean Payton raving about him.
Yeah, for sure he's number 3. I mean, injuries always happen.
If Sutton goes down, he's stepping into that.
I also
X.
think he will perform better than Sutton this season. I
That's
see
not
a
a crazy
bit of
take.
regression from him this year.
Yeah.
And
if injuries knock Sutton out a couple games, Pat Bryant could be lined up to have big games.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I expect big things.
Give me it.
My first one's going to be, actually I'm going on defense, but Xavier Watts.
Okay.
It's kind of a random pick, but
Notre Dame.
I was watching like highlights of on X of like training camp footage and stuff.
He's on the
And
Falcons.
he's on the Falcons, yeah.
So he's gonna be playing
He-
beside Bates.
Yeah, but he had a crazy pick in training camp. It just reminded me, like, I kind of forgot how good this dude is. Like, last year he had 5 picks.
And
I
he
just
fell because of injury too.
and he's
right?
older. Like, he got drafted last year. He's 24 right now.
For Xavier
Yeah, still
Watts
grounded.
slotting in the Falcons, Jeff Ulbricht's defense.
Yeah.
You see him more as a strong safety, could be in the box a little bit
Yeah,
more because
I
Jesse
think
Bates
so.
is the safety that he
Yeah.
is. He likes to roam in the field.
Yeah.
He likes to cover the deep balls. He'll get his interceptions, but Xavier
Yeah.
Watts, do you see him more in mind the 5 interceptions, more of a tackling and blitzing type of role too with the Falcons, especially
he can-
losing Jalen
well, he
Walker.
can do
They're going to have
both.
to mix up nickel and secondary blitzes too. So where do you
Yeah.
see him slotting in here?
No, I think so. Like, I think he's a strong safety. He's a true strong safety.
He is a true strong safety.
So,
But
he's awesome.
It's
He's
going
a
to be
natural
interesting
ball
to see
man,
how
Notre
he
Dame, too.
he actually uses him.
Yeah, it's a little bit of Notre Dame bias, but he's great. And he had 5 picks last year in his rookie year.
That's
and
a
I feel
lot.
like I didn't hear anything about
Yeah,
him.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
So after searching it up, like, it's kind of crazy.
It's a good amount.
Who comes to mind when you thought of a breakout player for
A
you?
bunch. Even from my own team. Not trying to be biased.
I might
but
be on the same
there's a
page
few
as you,
guys,
so
yeah.
I'll let you have this one
Got a
because I know
sprinkle
exactly
on
what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
think-
right with you.
Yeah. I think this is the Matthew Golden year.
I'm with you.
I
I've
think-
been with him since his rookie year, so
Yeah, I think give or take, like you can take Golden or you take Watson. I think one of the two is either they're due for a big year. One
Watson's
of the
gonna
two.
stay healthy, man.
If he stays healthy, he's going to be good. But I think Golden, just seeing like the off-season training footage, he's so shifty, so quick. Second year breakout, I think it's going to happen. Obviously, with Dobbs gone,
That's what I
Wick's
wanted to point
gone.
out, yes.
Like there's room there. Tucker Kraft, is he going to be 100% by start of the year? I don't know. We might have to lean on Golden a little more. I think the potential's sky high with him, and I think we start to see it.
So honestly, when we talk about Matthew Golden, and I don't really want to cope with my take saying that he was going to break out straight up in his rookie year, but I think Golden got a lack of opportunity with the Packers his first year. You had Wicks. Obviously, Jaden Reed went down early in the
Yeah.
season too, which Golden was supposed to slot in and cover that up. But you had Dobbs, who was Jordan Love's go-to guy. You had Tucker Kraft before he went down. You had Christian Watson.
Yeah.
I talked about Wicks, but for me now, Dobbs out the door, Tucker Kraft coming back from an injury. You don't know if Watson's going to be 100% healthy. Then you have Jaden Reed, who's more of like your slot Debo type of usage player, who came back from the injury decently well.
He did.
I think Matt LaFleur's looking at this and saying, hey, we finally took a receiver in the first round, and we got to put him to use because he has all the talent in the world.
he does.
It's just up to Matthew Golden and Jordan Love to maintain a strong connection.
Yeah.
And I see him breaking out. I had him breaking out last year, but when you have that type of talent, it's going to be very hard for you not to be successful in the NFL, especially when you have a great coach, you have a great run game, and you have a great offensive scheme in general.
Yep.
Big things are coming for Matthew Golden.
I hope so,
think.
dude.
And as a division rival, like, does Matthew Golden, does he intimidate you
Well,
at all as turning
no.
into a star receiver?
I'll believe it when I see it. How about
Okay.
that?
Okay.
Fair.
What do you
It's
think?
insane. Golden, well, Love's one of my favorite quarterbacks
For sure.
just to watch in the game. I think he's
He's
solidified top 10 QB.
That's not a debate.
I also think this Packers offense is going to be very, very good this year.
Yeah.
Especially the pass game. So, yeah, for sure I expect Golden. Kraft, I think, is unbelievable too. His after the catch ability is probably the best tight end in the game with that.
Yeah, him, Bowers,
So,
or McBride for sure.
Yeah, I think Golden's in for a big year with more usage.
You want a sleeper name here on the Packers?
Sure.
Okay.
If Jacobs goes down, Marshawn Lloyd. Remember
Yeah.
the running back out of USC?
There are a lot of
He's
people.
at a good camp.
Like, I saw Packers Twitter, like, even last year, when Jacobs was down for a couple games, or, like, in the offseason, people were raving about Emmanuel Wilson, who's the backup in Seattle now.
He's good.
obviously.
He was good.
But people
He's
are like,
great.
whoa,
I like it.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Wilson, he can be very good for the Seahawks. But listen, we think we kept the better backup running back in Marshawn Lloyd.
yeah.
So, out of USC, correct?
Yeah, he was Williams
Marshawn
running
Lloyd,
back.
Drafted
Yeah.
like
So-
long ago, and he just hasn't.
I agree, but there may be, like, I like teams when they use 1-2 punches more, even throughout the season,
Yeah.
to keep your guys healthy and stuff. Jacobs is obviously the red zone guy, but
Yeah.
on third downs, you want a pass catcher,
Yeah.
why not use him?
Why not?
But let me get to my first breakout
Yeah.
candidate, because most people know how I feel about this player. I'm going quarterback.
Okay.
I'm going AFC South.
Okay.
I'm going Cam Ward. I've been on Cam Ward since Miami. He had a breakout season. I've talked about this many times, even though we haven't predicted the AFC South. Robert Saleh and Brian Dable. You can't get many 1-2 punches in the NFL like
Great
that with
staff.
quality coaching.
Great
It's
staff.
a great staff. Brian Dable is the definition of a quarterback whisperer. I thought he should have never been fired in New
I
York,
agree.
but they wanted a little reset. He made Jackson Dart look very good right off the jump when they beat the Chargers that first game. Everybody knows Brian Dable for coaching up Josh Allen. And Cam Ward, what doesn't he have? Big frame, good arm, can scramble when needed, one of the best pocket presence coming out of college. I like Cam Ward to have a huge year here for the Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay, Cam Ward, yes or no?
I love Cam Ward. I'm kind of mad that you say that because I want to get him in fantasy, but
Fair.
Do you?
yes, I want.
I don't even know if he's really startable. Like, not startable, but like in a 14 team.
Cement head. Yeah,
For sure. He's
I don't
probably
think
he's good.
he's
Borderline.
What-
He doesn't run.
I know he doesn't run, but
Doesn't
Brian
matter.
Dable's offense, the way they run it, I think he's going to be able
I
to
just
put
think
up
he's gonna be
monster numbers. He's
productive.
going to have a lot of touchdowns, and he's going to be pretty efficient because
I mean,
Brian
I don't
Dable,
know.
like most of the quarterbacks he's worked with, have thrown interceptions, but that comes
Yeah.
with putting up big time passing yards too. At the end of the day,
I
like
think
Jackson
he
Dart had a
finds-
couple 200+ passing yard games in his first couple games in the NFL. So for me, I look more Cam Ward as a winning game quarterback type of guy. I'm not gonna sit here and say Cam Ward's gonna throw for 300 every game and have
No, yeah.
25 touchdowns. I'm not here to say that, but I'm saying that most of the Titans' success this year is going to come from obviously Cam Ward and the coaching staff that I've been raving about all offseason.
Look at Carnell Tate, too. That guy's going to be good.
Tate, they still got
Yeah.
Calvin
Oh, yeah.
Ridley. They
Yeah.
have
They got
Eric
Wandale.
Wandale, Eric
Wandale's
Ailman.
good.
They have a good room.
They got a good wide
Finally.
receiver room. They got weapons.
Dude,
Wandale in the slot.
last year.
Wandale in the slot is going to
So
save
bad.
Cam Ward a lot of.
Especially
Easy
behind that
plays.
offensive line.
Yeah.
He's in for trouble.
So what? They got Skronsky. They got J.C. Latham.
Just hasn't
Dan
been
Moore.
good so far.
Is
I have
Lloyd
that right
Cushenberry
now.
still the center?
Nope.
No?
Austin Schlottman,
Yeah.
who I don't know who that is, but he's from the
Is
Giants.
Skronsky at guard or tackle?
Guard. Guard.
Who's the opposite tackle of Latham?
Dan Moore.
Dan
The
Moore.
guy
Is that his blind side, Cam
Yeah.
Ward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not very good at all.
Yeah, so, like,
I
I mean, the
think they're
Titans
all
are still
like that,
building.
but-
They're a very young team.
They're a year away.
I love the defense, if we want to talk about that. Like, they got
It'll be
guys. They
Average.
signed Alante Taylor from the Saints,
JFM.
John Franklin Myers, and they have Jeffrey Simmons beside him in there. Who were that?
Traded for Jermaine Johnson.
Jermaine
Oh,
Johnson.
yeah.
Because Robert
Yeah.
Saleh liked him on the
Yeah.
Jets. I
Yeah.
remember that. And then
What's their DB room?
They
It's
drafted
good.
four.
It's good.
Yeah.
I can't list it off the top of my head. Do they
I
still have
it right here.
L'Jarius Sneed?
I have it right here.
I know.
No. It's, Alante Taylor, and then their safeties are Amani Hooker and Kevin Winston. So
Who's
they're
the
same
opposite
as last
corner?
year.
Cordell
Cordell
Flott.
Flott. He's
I mean,
like-
he was actually decent with the Giants, but I don't know if he's really startable.
I
But
don't know.
when it's a Robert Saleh defense, I don't really get too worried because I
Yeah,
know
it doesn't
I know
matter.
he's able to cook some things up.
Yeah.
Give me another breakout candidate.
Another guy. I actually have 3 guys
Oh.
from the 2025 drafts, so going into their second year. So my second player is Walter Nolan. We were both very high on him out of the
I
draft.
call him mini Jalen Carter.
Yeah, he only played 6 games last year, but
He
he
got
had
hurt in training camp,
15
which
pressures, 2 sacks, good against the run. So if there's going to be a bright spot in the Cardinals this year, I think it's going to be a development from their defense that they haven't had a good player on defense in a while, other than like Buda Baker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat Peterson.
Yeah.
That's really it. But when we talk about the Cardinals, it's a very, very weird situation because they've got Jeremiah Love now, so the run game's going to be good in the future. Trey McBride, Michael Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr., if he can turn it on. That's a elite skill room. Elite.
Top 10, 100%.
Yeah. And Paris Johnson Jr. is a bona fide blue chip prospect, and he's done very well in the NFL as well, despite the Cardinals being terrible, obviously.
Yeah.
And there's just Walter Nolan you talk about. There's so many pieces on this team. Josh Sweat, after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, he got a big payday. When I look at the Cardinals, I almost want them to be the worst team in the NFL because if they're able to secure the number 1 pick and get an elite QB in this loaded draft that we hype up since probably 2021 with the Lawrence, Trey Lance, even though most of those guys didn't pan out, this is the draft to snag a QB. Even in this division with the Niners, the Seahawks, the Rams, we could be in a year talking about the Cardinals being a wild card team. And I mean that seriously because there's so much talent on this roster. I really believe something could cook up. And most people have them going 3-14, 2-15, obviously, because they don't have a quarterback. But if they get competent quarterback play and the defense is okay, this team's going to win a decent amount of games.
It could.
And Mike LaFleur's the coach, OC, Matt LaFleur's brother, coming from the Rams. Hackett's the OC. And who's the DC?
That's awful.
Because I know Gannon left. He's the DC of the Eagles,
Green
right?
Bay.
Green Bay. Sorry.
Halfley's gone.
Sorry.
Yeah. Halfley's
Who's the DC of Arizona?
I have no idea.
I actually don't know.
I don't know off the top of my head. See if you can pull that up.
Yeah, I will. It is Nick Rallis. I've never heard of him, actually.
I've never heard
Where's he from? Was he like a linebackers coach in Arizona, or like what's the deal?
I didn't even say. Youngest defensive coordinator in the NFL, hired by the Cardinals. So, internal hire.
Intern hire, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe some young guy that they like there. You know, all teams have that in their organization. They get guys. So, that's a great shout, Walter Nolan. I love him. Go ahead.
My second one is Josh Downs. I think with Pittman being gone,
Alec Pierce is down right now.
Alec Pierce is you got his bum ankle right now, so I think Josh Downs is gonna step in and be really, really good. I think Daniel Jones is he's a first read quarterback last year. I think he had the highest first read throw rate in the league last year.
It was either handoff to Taylor or a quick check down or a missile down the field to Alec Pierce. That's literally all the offense was.
Yeah, so everything's designed, and I think there's so many targets up for grabs now, and he's gonna be good over the middle. I think this year for them. I don't really have much else to say about it.
Josh Downs. I mean, he's been very
steady.
Serviceable.
It's always been solid
for his 3-4 years. He's always been solid. But you think
I think he's gonna go.
He can take a big step.
100, or I think he's gonna have 1,000 yards.
Do you think if Pierce is on pup and is down the first 4 or 6 weeks, do you think do you think Josh Downs could have more yards than Alec Pierce this year?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
agree. So.
I agree.
Alec Pierce really only had one good year.
That's a take. That's a take for sure.
Yeah.
I don't
Might be a little
disagree
spicy,
or
but-
agree with it. It's a little bit spicy for sure because
kind of a
Alec Pierce got the
random
big
take,
money, right?
Yeah.
And they're expecting him to do big things when he comes back. But
I've
what if
always
Josh
been a
Downs says,
Downs
"Hey,
guy. Yeah.
Josh Downs has more talent than Alec Pierce. Nobody's denying that. I don't think.
You think?
I think so. Josh Downs is a smoother route runner.
Yeah, I think it's both.
But Alec Pierce, that deep ball route running is different. Every time I watch the Colts, it's a moon ball. No matter who's the QB, and Alec Pierce is down there every time.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to watch that Colts wide receiver room. Maybe a young guy too can emerge if Pierce is down for a couple weeks.
See.
But a big guy when we talk about fantasy is Tyler Warren. He's going to be a certified workhorse in that pass game, catching a lot of passes.
Yeah.
They like him on the QB sneaks too. Maybe if Daniel Jones is still banged up a little bit, he might get some rushing touchdowns on the goal line. He might. You never know what happens because he's their emergency QB, if I'm correct. He played QB in high school, and I think they have him listed as their emergency QB. Give me another name.
This is a better player that I think is just going to put himself on the map league-wide, and I think Lad McConkey is going to have a monster year for the Chargers.
I love it.
He's set up to have a massive
I
year.
think
Keenan Allen's out.
Yeah, I think
Johnston's a bum.
Yeah. I think he's just going to take over that room. I mean, just watching him play, the route running.
Mike McDaniel's the offensive coordinator from the Dolphins.
Yeah,
he's bound to blow.
Yes.
That's a great name.
Yeah, I think he's due. I mean, He almost reminds me of a mini Cooper Kupp, like a young Cooper Kupp.
So I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
he could have one of those fantasy seasons where he gets a monster amount of receptions and yards like Cooper Kupp, a guy that when Cooper Kupp blew when you took him, Jay, in the year the Rams won the Super Bowl, a 4th, 5th round guy you get in a fantasy draft, but he ends up being a top 5 wide receiver in fantasy.
Yes.
Right? I love the take.
I see it.
Lad McConkey, that's a great selection.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'm going to go someone on defense from the Packers.
Okay.
This guy, if he can't do it this year, I'm fully out. I'm going to put my faith in Lucas Van Ness to have a big year for the Packers. We're going to have this conversation because a lot of the Packers' success is going to depend on that man's jersey that you're wearing right now.
Yeah.
But for the first 4 to 6 weeks, this team has to be able to get pressure. And when I look at the roster, there's nobody that I think can hit home on a consistent basis. But you have a guy you drafted in the first round 2 to 3 years ago. I forget when it was, 2023 draft, I think, with Gonzalez and JSN 3 years ago. And you got this guy. He was a little bit of a project too, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can cook something up maybe. Jonathan Gannon, he's been in an elite DC with the Eagles when they won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Jeff Hafley, who's a great DC, coached him. They need a guy to across from Parsons when he's back.
Yeah.
And when Parsons is away, he's got to come up big for the Packers.
He's got
a lot of the Packers' success on defense is going to have to rely on Lucas Van Ness.
It has to.
He's got to make up for being that first-round pick. Can you see something big happening with Van Ness?
Well,
something needs that. He needs to make something happen.
They need a guy opposite Parsons, especially with him being out the first 6 weeks. I think it's going to be so. Yeah. Any pressure they can get.
Give me your last name.
Last guy, I think this is probably expected and very obvious, but Colston Loveland.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be a top 3 tight end after this year.
He went over Warren, which was a big shock to some people in the draft too last year.
But also with Luther Burden already hurt, I think he will be their main target. In the offense, obviously Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams is probably in for another leap into MVP talks with how I think this offense is going to be this year.
100%.
So, yeah.
This guy's getting mad like it's a crazy take. But Luther Burden, Mike Clay on ESPN, you know who that is, right?
Yeah.
The guy that talks with Field Yates. He said Luther Burden is the most overrated fantasy player since, oh my God, what was the name? Anthony Richardson, when people were taking him third round after Allen and Lamar and stuff.
Pittman the one year, right?
So
that was an awful
I can see that take
Judy,
because
right? Or Sutton or something.
I know there's not a lot of Bears fans at this table, but are we forgetting about Romo Dunze too? Like, people are treating
He's good.
I don't know why they're in the same tier.
It doesn't make sense to me. Dunze, when he was at Washington, that guy was something special. Even on the Bears, him and Caleb have that 1A connection too. People are forgetting about when there's a read, Caleb wants it to go to Rome, but he's struggled to stay healthy along with Burden. So it's going to be very interesting how Ben Johnson utilizes these weapons. But I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to be able to get it done no matter who he has on the field. We can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Give me number 3, Jay.
Okay, this one's super off the grid, but I was just thinking.
Let's go.
Let's hear it.
Okay, ready? This is more of like a resurgence take. Ooh. And this might be an absolute swing and a miss by the end of the season, but I want to throw it out there in case I'm right. Deshaun Watson. I think I was looking at the Browns and what they've done in the offseason. I think they've improved so much on offense. I know their O-line took a bit of a hit, but Watson really hasn't played he hasn't been consistently on the field in 3 years, I guess.
So
since that first year
he broke his collarbone,
he got hurt,
and then during his recovery he popped his Achilles.
Yep, and he was going through it, man. But I think,
Deshaun Watson's a great conversation because I was actually debating somebody about this today that's a Browns fan. He says to me, he goes, well, how come it's a no-brainer we're not starting Sanders? And this is a guy that's a little bit older who usually doesn't like the flashy deal and stuff like that. I said, I want you to, not in a disrespectful way, I said, I want you to sit back and I want you to act like you're the Browns ownership for a second, okay? We gave this guy the biggest contract in the NFL history 3 to 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And we drafted 2 rookies, Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. And they both got a lot of good playing time last year. you know what you have. Shedeur Sanders, maybe he can get a little bit better. Dylan Gabriel, I kind of just throw it out the window. I have his rookie patch card there. I could probably light it up in flames because it's worth nothing.
Yeah.
All due respect to Dylan Gabriel. But for me, I don't think it's ridiculous to give Watson the job just based off what he's getting paid. And Cleveland Browns, what do you have to lose? You're not winning the division. You're not winning the Super Bowl. Why not see... What if Deshaun Watson resurges himself and he's a game manager at the least? Then Shedeur Sanders sits back for 2-3 more years and learns and develops, and then he can come in. There should be no rush to get a rookie young QB out on the field.
No.
Because it usually goes up in a disaster. For me, I think Deshaun Watson, unless like Shadeur's obviously outplaying him by miles and he can't do anything on the field, but right now it seems like a debate. If it's even a debate, Deshaun Watson is the go-to starter.
Yeah, they named him the starter for preseason. I also forgot how much capital they invest in their O-line because they had all those guys retire.
They lost,
They lost, like, I think Pochich is gone, like, their center. Yep. Conklin's gone.
Jedrick Wills had a bad injury, I think. Benito?
He's hurt.
Joe Benito?
Batonio,
He's
gone, too. Like, all those guys left, but they replaced, like, they got Zion Johnson from the Chargers. New starters. Elton Jenkins from the Packers.
Zion Johnson's a very good guard.
And then they got Fano in the first round.
And
it was good.
One thing I don't want to discredit, he was going at it with Verse in training camp too. I don't know if you saw that clip, but
I did.
One thing too about the Browns, they didn't really have any weapons. Judkins looks healthy, which he's saying too, and he looks good. And they also have Samson, but Denzel Boston drafted.
Yep.
Casey Concepcion drafted. You have Judy, who's kind of like...
Well, and Fannon's also unreal, too.
He's there. Fannin is amazing tight end. And Njoku's out now, too, so none of that
gone.
split.
No,
he's the full... Like, if one of those rookie receivers can step up, too, in a big way, this offense could be alive.
I think it could be good. I just think Watson has such a good chance. Like, even if he's serviceable, I think the Browns will be pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't... Like, the more I think about it...
Listen, there's going to be people... There's going to be people where you say... I could see Deshaun Watson resurgence, and they just think you're crazy just because he had all these injuries and those allegations, and people just naturally bash him, right?
Yeah.
But for me, when you look at it at a football perspective, there's nothing to lose if you're the Cleveland Browns, because if he's bad, you just cut him and you just soak what disaster happened. Mm-hmm. And Andrew Berry probably gets fired after this year if it's a disaster again. I don't know how he still has a job, by the way.
That's crazy.
And then you just throw Sanders in if Watson cannot do anything, but there's no wrong in starting Watson. Do you agree?
I agree. I mean, I think you go with the vet here. Yeah, you go with the vet here. And, like, even if, it could boost his trade value potentially if he breaks out. Like, there's not really a risk.
You just keep him, honestly, if he's very good.
It's going to be hard to move him now, but I'm saying, like, if he plays well, big if here, but he could at least boost his value so you clear the path for a younger quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, there's no risk in that.
There's not.
No.
Because you already invested all the money.
And you're not going to win.
Well. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your last breakout candidate?
Oh, I was debating between two.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with a quarterback here.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Bryce Young.
Oh, wow.
So, you think... Define Bryce Young breaking out, though, because he made the playoffs last year and went toe-to-toe with the Rams, who's we all know is an elite team. Do you see Bryce Young winning a playoff game, winning the division, and winning multiple?
I think the division's very winnable. I think it's winnable. I think it's wide open. I think he's finally got some help with Tat McMillan. I think that's going to be a good underrated duo. I think he has potential to put himself in the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL.
How about dark horse MVP candidate?
Yeah, dark horse, The other one I want to touch on is Dalton Kincaid.
I don't agree. I'm just saying. But listen, if he thinks he's going to break out, if you think Bryce Young takes another big step,
I like what I saw.
Like if he gets better than last year, he's a dark horse MVP. If he gets better than last year,
I see it. I see it.
Can't put up the numbers. They're more of a rushing team.
But I see a lot of potential in Bryce Young. I think he's great. The other one I was thinking about, if the Bills are going to have success, they need their former first-round pick tight end to break out, and that's Kincaid.
He hasn't lived up to the expectation.
He needs to, though.
I thought he'd be way better.
I think this is the year he could do it, though.
Did you took
I think there's the year.
Yeah. Well, Kincaid shouldn't feel bad because Michael Mayer got drafted in the second round, and he's might be a cut candidate this year, Michael Mayer. Like, what happened to him?
No. He's just like a...
Maybe.
He's decent.
He's not going to get
He's just a certified blocking tight end, though.
Yeah.
And he was an early second-round pick, and people were really debating that, too, by the way.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
But, yeah, Kincaid, he's got to show up, and because now DJ Moore's there, if he can get most of the targets, Kincaid's got to be like, hey, I'm the second guy here, and I'm I'm here to help.
Yeah, he needs to have a big year.
So yeah, I like that. My last name, like the kind of criteria I gave you guys, a guy who's good but will be breaking out into a star.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is kind of a scratch pick, but I see it happening. Ashton Genty, Las Vegas Raiders.
I like that.
They buffed up the O-line. Tyler Linderbaum, probably the best center in the league, if not top 3, no questions. Gave him a huge contract. Genty last year, I had him in fantasy. I watched every Raiders game. It was very frustrating to watch just because Geno was the worst QB in the NFL last year, and they had no O-line, and Genty still cracked some crazy runs and receptions. For me, I look at him. He had, I believe Ashton Genty had 10 or...
What, touchdowns?
Touchdowns, I think.
Yeah, I know he had.
He still had a bunch of touchdowns, but for me, the yards are going to fly up.
Yeah.
He's going to have probably north of 1,100 rushing yards. And they're going to rely on him in the offense. With Cousins, he's not too mobile. When Mendoza ends up coming in, you always want to rely on the run game. Clint Kubiak knows how to get an offense going, and he knows he's got a generational running back in Genty. So not really too much to discuss, but one of those guys that I think is going to jump it in a big way.
Also, this is really random. I was going to say this before you even mentioned Genty. I really like Jalen Naylor, too. It's just like so random. I just want to say that. Want to put that out there.
He's been through a crowded receiving room with Jefferson and Addison and et cetera, but he showed legit flashes on the Vikings.
Every time I watch the Vikings play and he got throwing the ball, like he was good. Like he made a lot of good plays.
What's that wide receiver room look like? Because Jacoby Myers is
Trey
Tucker and Jack Batch.
Bryson was talking about him.
Jack Batch.
Yeah.
Trey Tucker,
I like Trey Tucker.
But that offense is going to go through Bowers and it's going to go through Genty, and then
like you look at the wide receiver room, it's not that good. But like these guys don't have to be
is pretty
first
good.
option.
They could honestly, if they're a decent team, even this year, next year, they're probably in the market for a big time receiver too.
Yeah, they are.
Like when it comes around,
someone,
and especially with Mendoza, you want your guy to have somebody solidified. But Brock Bowers is going to be Mendoza's guy for years to come. So there's not really too much to worry about for Mendoza. But yeah, those are breakout candidates. A lot of good names thrown out there. Lots of good names. But let's go to the good stuff, okay? We've got a Packers fan here. We've got a Lions fan here. I don't even know who you claim.
Too unbiased.
Bears.
Well, me, I like the Vikings, but it's more of just a Jefferson.
You like the
fan.
Bears too.
You're a Bears.
My 2 favorite players away from 2 of my 3 favorite players away from this team are Caleb Williams and Jefferson. They're both in this division, and obviously Lamar number 1 away from my team. But Jay, number 4 in the division. What's the record and what's the division record? Start us off.
I have the Vikings, to no surprise, but I have them at 8-9.
Okay.
I think every year we've done this. I think it was year 3 or 4. Year 3. I think I've had the Vikings being like not that good every year, and I seem to always underestimate them. Their defense is always so good under Flores. Flores does a great job with the team. I know they lost Grenard, but I love that defense. I think Kyler is going to be I think he'll be good. I think he's going to be what they need. They just need someone to get the ball to their playmakers. They have a lot of guys who can make plays. And I think again, they're going to be good. I just have them. I think they're good. I think of course, it wouldn't shock me if they made the playoffs. I think as a wild card.
I mean, any team in this division, it's not ridiculous to have them in the playoffs.
But unfortunately, I just have them. Well, not unfortunately.
Somebody's got to be the odd man out here.
Yep.
Number 4.
Number 4, the Minnesota Vikings at 7-10.
Okay. So Kyler doesn't move you that much.
No, he doesn't. I mean, it's just the arm talent really isn't there. He's a good scrambler, but I just still worry about who's going to get the ball to Jefferson in those areas. He's not used to the offense. I mean, I don't mind the signing, but I don't think it's going to move the needle very much for Minnesota. Obviously, it's a Brian Flores defense, very good defense. But I think they're going to struggle to put up points against these good defenses in the NFC.
Yeah. I'm just going to let you go first here.
Okay. Fourth at 9-8.
Who do you have?
I have the Chicago Bears at 9-8. Fourth. I think.
Explain.
They are going to regress this year.
I like the take.
They were atop the league in turnovers last year, which usually a team like that with a defense not that good getting that many turnovers, it goes the other way the year after. They had like the most fourth quarter comebacks last season. That usually flips again the next season after. Tough division, first place schedule.
Their schedule's hard.
And a defense that I don't have any trust in. Their front seven is brutal.
It's valid.
They can't stop the run. But this could come back and bite me in the ass.
So the problem about predicting a division with 4 solid teams is that you're going to be very wrong about one of them.
Oh, yeah.
That's just the nature of the NFL. And if we sat here last year and I told you the Seahawks were going to win the Super Bowl, you would have told me I'm from outer space.
Yeah.
Nobody and their mom had the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl last year. So whatever, your prediction is your prediction.
Yeah, there's no bad takes here.
It's like the
No
NFC
bad
South.
But there's
that's a great one, though.
That
I like
opinion's about to change.
That's a great one. I agree.
Because what I'm about to say, coming at number 4 for me, I have the Detroit Lions,
Bad.
8-9,
Wow.
3-3 in the division. I've been saying
Whoa.
all off season, this finally comes to an end. Dan Campbell, last year in office.
Whoa.
Jared Goff, I could see him being moved, or they have to go to another quarterback. For me, I've had two problems with this team throughout the whole post-Matthew Stafford era. They've never had a defense, and their quarterback can't move in the pocket. Those are 2 very big issues that I have with the Detroit Lions. Is Jahmyr Gibbs great? Yes. Is Sam Laporta going to come back off his injury and play great? Yes. Is Jameson Williams one of the best wide receiver 2s in the NFL? Yes. Cade Mays, the new signing, out already.
Yeah.
Terrion Arnold, their only guy in their secondary, besides Branch, obviously, who's injured right now. He's not there anymore.
No.
For me, I can't trust a team with no defense, and I don't think Dan Campbell as a coach is an elite head coach that can take an average team over the top, which I feel like Mike McDonald did in Clint Kubiak with the offense, and Mike McDonald put that defense on crack last year in Seattle. Like absolute crack. Anyways, I have the Lions 8-9, 3-3 in the division. I think this is a year where the Lions sit back and they say, listen, we resurged our whole franchise in the last 4 or 5 years, but now there's got to be major changes happening, especially in a competitive division, to take us over the top. That's just what I think. I haven't been high on the Lions for years, but Jay, have at me. Have at me, Jay.
Well, it hasn't turned out very well for you, has it?
Well, I mean,
Last year.
I haven't had them in the Super Bowl.
Last year was we went 9-8, and we had a crazy abnormal amount of injuries.
We had
a hard schedule. Look at our schedule this year.
But Jay, that doesn't stop. The injuries for the Lions never stop. And number 2,
it does. It will.
I haven't seen from the Lions
knock on wood,
to be trusted. They lost to the Commanders with rookie Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's playoff.
That's also 2
That's
years
what I'm
ago.
saying. When they're in big spots, they were at home in that game.
But it's not.
Yeah, we're just talking about regular season.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying, even if they get in the playoffs, and I'm totally wrong.
Okay.
Would you pick the Lions? Would you pick the Lions over the Packers to win a playoff game?
Yeah.
No matter where it is,
know.
it's impossible to.
I would pick whoever's
If
the
Gibbs
home
goes
team
down,
in
that
game.
team is screwed.
You really think the Lions are
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be better than the Bears this year?
Yeah.
We'll go through these and we'll
Defense
just talk
is
because
better than them. It's not even close.
Partly it's due to the schedule. I think.
Okay.
Again, the schedule.
That's why.
We play,
That's a
we
big
have a
thing.
cupcake
3 easy.
schedule.
but you're also playing a
opponents.
very competitive division too.
Yeah, and the Lions usually do pretty good in the division.
We're
They
2-4
usually lose to the
We swept them
Vikings. They
last
swept
year.
to the.
Actually, no, we were 1-5. No, sorry.
They got
2-4.
blasted by the Packers.
swept
They
the Bears
swept the
last year.
Bears.
Swept the Bears.
We got swept by the Vikings, and we got swept by the Packers.
Well, they're not going to get swept by them.
They're not going to. I literally have, spoiler or not, I have, because this division's so hard to predict, I have everyone at 3-3. I just kept
That's
it
fair.
fine, split
Yeah.
everything,
That's fair.
and then deal with the other games how it is. Number 2. Sorry. Number three.
Number
I'm
three,
sorry.
I have the Bears. I think for the same reason that Joey talked about. I think just with the defense for me, when I look at it, I had the same problem last year. I think it was just kind of a
Record, please.
9-8. Sorry,
Playoff
9-8.
team?
No,
Good.
8 seed. I think it's the defense. I think it's the turnover regression. I think it's the schedule. I think their offense is going to be unbelievable. I just think they're not going to be able to stop anything on defense. I think there's way too many good offenses in the NFC.
Yeah.
And you're competing for a playoff spot. You at least need someone that can make a play on the front seven. I don't think they have anybody.
No.
They have nobody who can make plays on the front seven on a consistent level.
None.
I think that's a big issue. Jalen Johnson's obviously awesome. Their secondary is pretty good. But what's a good secondary when you can't get pressure in the quarterback
Nothing.
sitting
Yeah.
pretty in the pocket?
Means nothing.
Means nothing.
And
So-
Kobe
yeah.
Bryant, their big signing, is
And he's
Out
out
for
4 to
the
6.
regular season. Months.
Really?
That's a
Yeah,
4 to
he's
6
out for
months.
the
That's
year.
done
that's
for the
a
regular
massive
season.
So
hit.
yeah, I'll leave it at that with the Bears.
And Nashon Wright, I think.
He's gone. Yeah.
Jets.
He's gone to the Jets.
Who do they have? They have
Jalen Johnson,
Stevenson.
Kyler
They drafted
Gordon.
Thieneman
Stevenson's
from
awful.
Oregon.
Tyreek Stevenson's the
Thieneman
meme
is
of the
actually
decade.
not bad. I
Yeah.
think he'll be good.
Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon.
They lost Brisker.
Like you said, the secondary's good, but
it doesn't even.
it doesn't.
matter.
The secondary
They won't
doesn't
get
go without pressure on the quarterback.
That's
Number 3. Sorry, division record.
9-8.
Division.
Oh, it's 3-3. I have everyone 3-3.
Yeah,
Same.
Yeah. So I got the Bears at 3 at 9-8.
Same.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, I just look at their schedule here. I mean, they play.
Well, we can go through the schedule after.
Well, I can.
It's
They
unbelievable.
play the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Jaguars,
Patriots,
the Bills.
the Bucks.
Those are the games.
The
that-
Jags and the Bills, eh? Like
it's tough.
those are tough games, and I don't think that team improved a lot in the offseason. Like, not a lot of big changes there. I mean, just going off Jay's point, their defense can't stop anything, and it's just going to be an offensively driven team, and you can't win games in a stacked NFC conference doing that. You can't do that.
Yeah, number 3 for me, I have the Minnesota Vikings, 10-7, 3-3 in division, missing out on the playoffs though.
Shit.
I think for me, the Vikings, I think they're going to be put in a good spot. They're going to finish above 500 for sure, in my opinion. They could be a playoff team. It wouldn't surprise me, but just the teams in the NFC this year that I have going band for band with them, I just can't. They don't squeeze into the playoffs for me, but I think it's going to be a year where they see positive outcomes and they end up giving Kyler Murray a 2 to 3 year extension for a decent amount of money. I honestly like the addition of Kyler. You couldn't have 9 roll in there again and play for them. It was just impossible, right? Because if you roll him again and kind of say, yeah, listen, we're trying to develop him, Jefferson's going to want out the door.
Oh, yeah.
One big problem I have with the Minnesota Vikings, honestly, one of their rare flaws throughout their roster, the run game's been atrocious for years. It's been atrocious for years. I say to Anthony, who's a Vikings fan, I said, it boggles my mind, even in the 3rd, 4th, or 5th round, the Vikings haven't taken a running back.
It's weird.
At all. They're relying on Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason as a backup. But when you talk about run games,
crazy.
Aaron Jones, who knows if he'll be healthy?
He only plays 5 games a year.
Who knows what numbers he's going to put up? Like, he's getting old too.
Yeah, he is.
I don't understand from a management standpoint how you just don't draft a young guy, even as a backup to Aaron Jones.
Yeah,
They did.
well,
Who?
the Claiborne.
Claiborne.
No,
What round though, man?
6th round, right?
6th round
good,
running
though.
back.
Yeah,
He's going to
not.
pop this year.
Well, I hope he does for the Vikings' sake. They'll need him to. But for me, Jefferson, everybody knows I like him. Madison, it's probably the best wide receiver duo in the NFL, if not top 3. Kyler Murray's going to be good because he'll be able to get off script with Jefferson too, and Jefferson's good at those kind of backyard type of plays.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of highlights to the Vikings and that defense. The defense wins them games no matter who's their QB, 4 to 5 games a year. So I'm not too worried, but the Vikings 10-7 but not making the playoffs will be a big disappointment considering what happened to them last year.
For sure. Number 3, I have the Packers at 10-7. It's basically just because Parsons is out
It's going
to
play a
start
big
the year.
factor.
They don't have anyone right now who can get pressure. That's proven.
Yes, that's proven.
The
yes.
secondary
That's proven, yes.
is very, very bad
As thin as it
outside of the
gets.
safeties. Nixon isn't good. Carrington, Valentine, okay in coverage, but
Who's in safety for them again?
Bullard and McKinney.
Bullard.
And
McKinney's been very
Williams.
good.
Evan Williams is good too, actually.
He's good.
But yeah, I love this offense. I just Jacobs was hurt last year. He's already banged up this year.
And looming suspension as well too.
Yeah, I love Love, and I hope they're probably probably my favorite team in this division. So I hope they do good. But they've
You got the Bears and Packers 4-3.
yeah.
That's very interesting. What division records 3-3? You said too.
Yeah, for all of them.
I don't think the Parsons is like him missing time is going to affect the schedule.
You don't
Or
think so?
I
Oh,
don't
okay,
know.
but listen,
I don't think so.
we're gonna go through the schedule.
Yeah.
We'll go through Lions. We'll go through the Packers just
Right.
because you guys are here.
Yeah.
What's Parsons' timeline right now? Actually, I'm
Week 6?
6 weeks.
so
but
like week 6 he's gonna come
but-
back, or 6 weeks.
Probably
after?
against the Cowboys, week 6.
but listen,
That's a big loss.
the
though.
problem for me with the Packers, their first 6 weeks without Parsons is a gauntlet. You could pull it up right here. It's a gauntlet.
Yeah,
It is.
I also
There's
have
winnable
them at
games in
10-7. Like
Yeah,
they
like,
were
it's not a
9-7
disrespectful-
and 1 last year. I have them better than they were last year.
Yeah.
There's some underrated players, man. Colin Oliver, Baron Sorrell, some good 3rd, 4th round edge rushers that could break out this year.
I hope for your sake somebody breaks out. But Jay, first 6 weeks. Do you have it there?
I do have it. It's not
It's
like
not tough.
It's not
It's
crazy.
just
But like
Parsons accounts for a win.
it's game they could
probably,
lose.
at
That's what I'm
least.
saying.
I'm for the record. I have through the first 5 weeks. I have them at 4-1 in my schedule.
Who do
I have
they
the
play?
same
Who
as
do they
you.
play?
I have 10-7.
It's not a bad schedule.
They got the Vikings, the Jets, the Falcons, the Bucks, and the Bears.
Yeah.
Which
I'm
I think
thinking of the wrong team.
the two division games are going to be tough to win.
Okay, I must be thinking of the wrong team then. Anyways,
Maybe.
that's not that hard.
Falcons. I actually like the
start.
Falcons. I think the Falcons will win that division, but that's also a side note.
Side note.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I have the exact same as you. I think for very similar reasons. Packers 10-7, 3-3 in the
number two?
division. Yeah, number 2. I think for me,
Playoff team.
yes, I have them as a 7 seed. I think for me with them, like they didn't change much, and so I just have them similar to where they were last year. I think they're a team where they're good and they're like good everywhere. I feel like, but I don't think they're like excellent at anything. I guess if that makes any sense. Like there's nothing that I say the Packers do this like amazing. I would say they do a lot of things really good.
Okay.
I think that's the reason why I have them there, and I have them kind of capped at this like 10-win threshold. Obviously, they can be better than 10 wins, but I think again they have a second place schedule. It's a little harder than what I got in for number 1.
Yeah.
Go
Number
ahead,
2.
Bryce.
Number 2, I got the Lions at 11-6.
Okay. Playoff team, I assume.
Yeah,
Like
playoff
your
team. I mean, I'm not doubting the Lions yet. I mean,
Okay.
they just have so much high-end talent on that offense. And you know what? Sometimes, outscoring opponents isn't the best way to win games, but you can do that in divisions where defenses are kind of weak with the Bears. I mean, I think Parsons being out, I mean, I don't think it affects the schedule very much, but I just think the amount
It doesn't now that
it doesn't. But the amount of star power on the Lions, I mean, it's just there's such a good football team all around. I mean, you still got Hutchinson on that defense. You got Branch, who my least favorite player in the NFL, Brian Branch. But I mean,
for obvious reasons.
yeah. But I'm not counting out the Lions yet. I still think they're a really good team. I think Dan Campbell may be a bit overrated as a coach, but I'm not doubting the Lions.
But like
yet.
I said to Jay, I said if the Lions are gonna book their ticket into the playoffs, Aiden Hutchinson's got to be top 2 on that defensive player of the year.
I think he has potential.
He has to make that defense go this year. He had that gruesome injury, but if he can get back to who Aiden Hutchinson is, there's no doubt in my mind he can be defensive player of the year.
Yeah, and I
No
hate
doubt,
to say
man.
that, but he's a dog. He's
a dog.
He's such a good player.
For sure. Michigan too.
Yeah, Michigan alum. Yeah.
Number 2 for me, Chicago Bears, 12-5, 3-3
Wow.
in the division. I mean, I just think like they had a good year last year, and there were so many flaws with how good they were too. But at the end of the day, when you got a coach like Ben Johnson and you have your quarterback for the future, Caleb Williams, I think there's only good things to come. We can talk about the defense and say how much of a liability it can be, but Dennis Allen, he's a good defensive coordinator, even though he didn't work out as a head coach. And like when that weather gets nasty in Chicago too, a lot of teams can't go play there. Like they can't go play at Lambeau.
Oh yeah.
In the winter. They got bad weather there, and players know how to play
It's
there.
an advantage.
And
Yeah.
the defense will just naturally be better against some teams who don't know how to play there. So they've got a big advantage. The defense doesn't worry me if they can keep home field, but if they were to go to another great team on the road, it can worry me for sure. But everyone knows where I stand with Caleb Williams. I think he's the next big thing in the NFL, and he's got to keep making the playoffs to prove that, though. I have them making the playoffs, the 5 seed, the Bears. So I'm on the same page as Chicago. I think they're only trending upwards. I know a lot of people don't think that, but I expect even bigger things from the Bears coming up this year.
Fair. Number 2, I have the Vikings at 10-7, 3-3 division.
Playoff?
Yeah, I think as the 7th seed. I don't know, my records all got deleted, but
Really?
oh yeah, just going off memory right now.
You're the
but
Vikings at first.
Second.
10-7.
Did I go? Did I say
You
the
did
wrong
second.
thing?
You did second. You're good. You
Okay,
said
okay.
Packers 10-7.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you went. Okay, yeah, we're good.
But yeah, obviously McCarthy was at quarterback last year.
9.
Literally contributed negative wins for them.
Literally.
So
And he
you add
gritty- he's still
Kyler in,
gritting in
who
the end
I
zone.
think Kyler will be like good in this offense. Your top 3 is Jefferson, Addison, and Juwan Jennings is great.
It's really good.
The offensive
problem.
line is
Pretty
It's
good.
best in the the Bears.
It's high
It's
end.
good. It's above average in my opinion, and then the defense is the best in the division for sure.
For sure. There's
So
no
I think
debate
their
about
floor
that.
is very high. to be a solid team at least. They ended on a 5-game win streak last year.
Yeah.
So
they finished above 500 last year, and everyone bashes the Vikings like they were the worst team in the league, which is insane. And they had like a circus at quarterback last year. Number one.
That's totally fair. I think, well, my number one, obviously, I got the Lions.
What's
my
the record?
Squad, 11-6, kept it reasonable.
3-3 in the division, like you said.
3-3 in the division. One thing I want to touch on with the offense, I think last year there was all these stats where people were like, oh, the offense wasn't that bad last year. Top 5 in every metric. When you go back and you watch basically any game we played against a good team, our offense stalled. Our offense wasn't good. We played the Vikings, even we'll talk about the Vikings game, they started Max Brosmer, we lost them. Our O-line was awful. Our play calling was awful. I think this year we're bringing Drew Petzing. It's gonna be very hard to be worse than John Morton. I think he's gonna be awesome. I think what we've done along the O-line, we had a lot of young guys last year. I think drafting Blake Miller is going to be super helpful for our team.
Signing Cade Mays.
I think Cade Mays, he'll be back like week 8 too. And the first couple games we should be okay without him. But he's going to be a big pickup for us because Glasgow was horrible last year. He was my least favorite player in the Lions last year.
Dan Skipper's a coach now.
That's a good ad too. He's an intelligent guy.
Okay, so I want to ask you as a Lions fan, what gives you hope about this Lions team that you think you guys can win the division against three very good teams?
Well, I think it's the same formula as years past that we've won it. Like we won in 24 or 23 and 24. I think it's just an elite offense and a good enough defense. And I think our defense will be good enough. I think our front seven's not bad. Our secondary obviously have questions, but if our 2 safeties can come back healthy, I know Branch will. Kirby Joseph will see, but Dan Campbell said they're on similar timelines right now.
Okay,
so,
that's interesting.
So I've been trying to keep updated on that. It seems like he's going to play again. I really hope he does because he's amazing and he's so helpful. He's such a ball hawk and he's great. Obviously, I do have my concerns about the cornerback room too, losing Arnold. But we won playoff games with Kendall Vildor rolling out there as cornerback.
He just got a pick for the Patriots.
He did.
By the way.
So he's a good. I guess he's a good player.
That's not saying much, but
yeah, no. I think it's similar as years past. I think we make most of our opportunities on defense. Then our offense, we just carries us to the promised land.
Who's the defensive coordinator?
It's Kelvin Shepard.
Yeah. He's cool.
He's good.
Number one.
You got swagger.
Number one, I think it's pretty obvious. I got the Packers at 17-0. I'm just kidding. 12-5. 12-5. I wish it was 17-0, but maybe, who knows?
It'd be kind of sick.
That'd be kind
of sick.
That would be sick, but I don't think it's gonna happen, unfortunately. But I just, Tucker Kraft, Jaden Reed, and Christian Watson have never played one full game together last year.
Probably won't
Not one
again this year.
They will.
Hopefully they play.
They will.
Watson's
But listen,
gonna get hurt.
this
But,
offense.
Watson
again.
is such a band-aid.
He gets hurt.
He's going to be good. He's going to be good. Next Mike Evans, okay? Next Mike Evans.
Okay.
I think the defense got better. I think Zaire Franklin in for Quay Walker is an upgrade.
That's a great. And Quay Walker's such a hothead.
Yeah, he was causing stupid penalties. The kicker room. I'm talking about the kicker room.
That is
upgrade.
an upgrade.
Trace McManus cost us the playoffs.
Yeah.
He did, and he cost us multiple games last season.
Who's your kicker?
Trace Mack out of Florida. Kicker.
Rookie.
That's
good
good
kicker.
That's
good kicker.
Good.
And then
drafting a rookie is always fun because he could just randomly be elite and the next good kicker. So it's kind of cool. And if he sucks, you just cut him for a vet.
I like the addition of Javon Hargrave on the defensive line with Devontae Wyatt, who's back healthy. That'll also help get pressure.
They'll help with the run game big time.
Brandon Cisse, he's having some good moments in training camp. The DB out of South Carolina.
They're going to need someone to emerge there, too.
Need someone to step up. I just think the offensive ceiling has the most potential, maybe besides Chicago. But I think we could be the best offense in the division. If Jordan Love keeps taking steps forward, he's already in the top 10 conversation.
He's there.
He's there, but if he could push top 7, top 5...
Side note on Jordan Love, he's got to stay a bit more healthy, too, throughout the regular season.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of sucks we don't have Malik Willis anymore.
Who's the backup in Green Bay?
Tyrod.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor.
That's a great backup.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor. I just think with this team, I think Gannon's going to be a great defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
our safeties are versatile. Like, Javon Bullard will play in the nickel.
You got an excellent safety room. Yeah. You can honestly slide those safeties. Yeah. Evan Williams, Bullard, and McKinney.
Yeah.
You can move them all around the field, and one of those guys can honestly play in the slot. Yeah.
I just think we have the most complete football team out of that division.
Yeah.
That's just my argument for
That's
the
not
Packers
crazy
winning
at
the
all,
division.
especially when Parsons is fully healthy.
And the best coaching staff in the division. I think so.
What do we have? LaFleur, Gannon. Honestly, I just got to pick the Bears. Or honestly,
I think the
Bears or
Vikings have the best
Vikings
staff.
because Kevin O'Connell
Vikings, yeah.
with Flores, like the 1-2
They do.
puncher.
They all have good.
It's all
Yeah,
great
it's-
staffs.
But
to be
Gannon's
honest.
record as a defensive coordinator with Philadelphia, I believe. Very
Yeah,
good
he's
defensive
good.
coordinator.
That's the historic Super Bowl team defense
Yeah.
where they shut everyone down. So him as a DC can be causing problems, especially with Parsons. But this leads into my number one as well. Green Bay Packers,
Good man.
12-5, same as you, 3-3 in the division. I also have the Bears though, 12-5, 3-3 in the
tie.
division.
Okay.
Conference record tiebreaker. I both have them at 8-4. So by the NFL rulebook, if these all tie because they have the same common opponents in that, and
what
they
would
all
happen?
split even, I couldn't unlock it on the website because you need premium. I went into the NFL rulebook, and if this were to happen, 3-3 in the divisions, 8-4 in the conferences, and tied in common opponents, the Bears and Packers would have to do a live coin toss
Are you serious?
Really?
for
That's
who
real?
gets the 1 seed.
Yeah.
You can search it up.
That's unbelievable.
I searched it up.
Bro,
So
what?
I have the Packers.
Winning the coin toss.
I guess because that's what it put. That's what it put.
I like that.
Because it can't just say
That's
1
some-
and 1 on the website.
Yeah.
It just says
Bullshit.
1 and 2. So I guess I have the Packers winning the coin toss
This
to win the
imaginary
division.
coin toss
So-
that's
I like
going to
that.
happen.
I like that.
I got
like
the
that.
I got the Packers winning the coin toss
Yeah.
and winning the NFC North. But all jokes aside, even though that's an actual rule if you search it up, I think Parsons is going to play a factor coming back with the health and stuff. But for me, if he comes back healthy into full swing, and the Packers are an organization that looks like they don't want to rush him, they want to make sure he's Micah
Oh, yeah.
Parsons when he comes back.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind, he's one of those players in the NFL where if the Packers have a lead, he's the closer of all closers. He always gets a sack in the big moments.
He does.
And not having him in the playoff game against the Bears was like
Oh yeah.
crazy, man. Like that's
agree.
just crazy stuff. Like that he's not involved in that game. It's a disappointment to not only Packers fans but all NFL fans because you want to see a guy healthy in those spots. There's so many big spots where he could have made his presence felt.
Oh, yeah.
To even win the Packers that playoff game, but I got the Packers winning the division with the coin toss as well.
Coin
but
toss win. What
Yeah.
about Edger and Cooper,
Flip
too?
the
That's
coin.
another name I want
He's
to
good.
throw out.
You can throw him out because he's
I
gonna
want
be,
to throw him out.
It's going to be him and Van Ness to start the
Because
season.
he's very good at rushing the quarterback. He could play multiple positions.
He plays a little bit off the ball.
Yeah,
too,
he
I'm
plays
pretty
off
sure,
ball.
If I'm not mistaken.
He could break out this year. So
Number one.
Yeah.
Number one, I have the Lions, 11-6.
Did he bribe you to do that?
No, I'm not betting
copied
against
my
this
thing.
team.
Okay, tell me why though.
Well, I think the offense is the best in the division.
Okay, yeah.
Their O-line got better. That was a big reason why they weren't good last year.
Yep.
The
Thank
O-line
you.
wasn't good. And especially, like, this is what I say. A quarterback that can't move, if your O-line gets
Yeah.
hurt, it's wraps.
But and then everyone's talking about the defense. Yeah, it's not good, but I'd rather pick a team with a good front seven.
Yeah.
And
The
I
front
think
seven's
Hutchinson will get back to his level he got when the year he got hurt.
He was
He has
nasty
to be
last
He was
elite.
so good
Yeah,
that
well,
year.
he was on track to win Defensive Player of the Year, only it was a
Yeah.
couple weeks in.
And then Ali McNeil was hurt last year.
Like, he
He's
was
back.
like in and out.
He didn't come
Tyreek
back that well,
Williams
though. He must have still
Yeah,
been
he
hurt or
didn't.
something.
He didn't. He was still hurt.
Tyler Williams out of Ohio State, correct?
Yeah.
He'll be good.
He'll
Our
be
our
good.
D-line's good, man. Then we got Derek Moore, too. I think it's good. We just need
And
someone
then
to
the
opposite
safeties
of
come
Hutch.
back. That's just a bonus to me.
It is a bonus. Well, Branch you need back, too, especially for the playoffs. You're going to need him.
might
But
get
you got
suspended before the playoffs.
Yeah. You got Lions first, both you. We got Packers first. But
Interesting.
Lions, what seed? What seed do you have the Lions off the top of your head?
I think they're the 2 seed.
I have them 11
Yeah,
and
they're
6.
definitely
I have
the
them
2
as a
seed.
3 seed.
I got
but-
so actually, which is absolutely hilarious. I have the Bears at the 5 seed and the Packers at the 1 seed. So if the Bears win the coin toss in my theoretical predictions, they go from the 5 seed to the 1 seed, which is
You're
kind
ahead
of
of the Rams.
Yeah,
You had the
I
Lions.
believe I probably have the same record, but I think the conference record plays. Hold on. Let me just double check.
All right.
But like the Rams, like it's a team where it's like if they're in the playoffs, like I'm not really worried about it. Even though if the Rams had to go to Lambeau for an NFC championship, it would suck a lot for them. It would suck.
For the
Yeah.
Like saying like the Packers have
Oh.
home field over the Rams. I have the
That's an
Rams.
immediate advantage.
Hold on, I gotta see the tiebreaker here.
So you had the Lions at 8-9, correct? Because I think what's going on in your head is that the Detroit team that's going to steal the show this year is the Detroit Red Wings.
I know you had to get that in.
Yeah. That's the team that everyone's going to have an eye on.
Yeah, I have the Rams, same record, but worse.
Just had to throw that
worse conference record, Joey. So that's why. That's where it goes to. They just have a worse conference record than the Packers by 1 game. So, yeah, that is what it is. But let's run through this Lions easy schedule.
Very easy.
Let's go.
Yeah, pull it up.
Week 1 we play the Saints.
You already know how I feel about that. But
well, if you guys think we're gonna lose, then put it as a loss. It's fine.
What do you think? Do you think they win that game? The Lions?
Just put it as a loss, and you'll still see what
Okay,
the
let's go.
record is.
Okay, then we play the Bills.
Sure.
Bills home opener.
Yeah.
The
at
chance
new
we win
stadium.
that's a bit slim.
I would put that as a loss.
If the Bills lose this, by the way, I'm here for it
Well,
because y'all know I like the Lions more than the Bills. But like this would be hilarious if they lose their opening stadium.
nice Thursday
game.
night under the lights.
But that's
September
gonna be an
17th.
unbelievable game.
I
Holy
want to go,
crap.
but the tickets are so expensive, so probably not.
Yeah,
Then we have the
they're-
Jets at home.
Yeah, it's a win.
Then we get the Panthers on the road. I had that
I
as a
think
loss,
they
but
win
I have us
that.
beating the Saints.
I think that's a
So
win.
I think we'll
Win?
win, but
Yeah.
I just have it for the
Go ahead.
purpose of this. Cardinals
I think they win.
on the road.
Oh, that's a sneaky game, though.
You think?
It probably is like a
In my
potential
record-
like
And then
survivor.
so then we go on
pick.
bye.
In my record prediction, I have the Cardinals actually winning that game, like just like a shootout game.
Okay.
I don't know, like weird stuff happens all the time, man.
I'll lose it if we lose that game.
Go
I'll be
ahead,
so
go
mad.
ahead, go ahead.
And then we were on bye week 6, so we come back refreshed and smack the taste out of the Packers' mouth week 7.
But okay, this is split. Hold on.
Okay, just split.
One-
I have 3-3 in the division.
Yeah, I do
Should have
too.
said
Just
sweep
fine.
and
Two,
said 13-4.
1, 2, 3. Okay,
I was being nice.
carry on. Skip all the division.
Okay, well then Vikings is week 8, but then we play the Dolphins.
That's an easy one.
Win.
So I have us actually
Malik
losing
Willis
this
could
just
have a
for
good
the.
game.
Then we got the Pats in Germany and St. Brown's motherland, so we're gonna
Oh,
win.
I'm
yeah.
so pissed off that game isn't in Detroit.
I know, 'cause we would've
I am
been there.
so pissed
It'd have been
off.
so
Oh
fun.
yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
does suck.
so
Yeah.
pissed off.
You could fly to Berlin, though.
Oh no.
And then,
Go ahead.
then we have the Bucks week 11.
Smack them.
The
Smack
Bucks are gonna
them.
crumble. We always
Smack
beat
them.
And then Bears week 12, Falcons week 13.
Where?
In Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
They could lose. Like they're also gonna be favored in that game. I wish I had my pick still up. I'd be able to.
It's fine. Just go. as
Okay,
you
what
go.
did we put for that? A loss or a win?
What's the Falcons?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think they win that game.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have the Titans.
They
It's a
They're
win
my
big,
that.
sleeper
big
team,
time
but, like-
loss there. I'm just
Sure, you can. I don't care.
Okay, go ahead. I'll
Put
give
it as
the-
a
I'll give
loss,
the win.
but
I'll
I
give
don't
the
see a
win.
Give them
world
the
where
win.
we have a
I was just
below
goofing around.
500 record. Then the Giants, who were also better than on Monday at home.
Okay, so
Winning that.
that's 11-6.
Yeah.
Like consensusly.
So you think they're gonna lose?
I just think I just
need
know. Listen, I just think there's games where
because we
they
gave
can slip one. They can slip one of the two against the Giants against the Giants or Titans. They could lose either one of those games.
sure.
The Patriots one's a coin flip. The
But then-
Falcons one's a coin flip if their offense is going. In Atlanta too. Is that a primetime game?
No, so one.
That'll be a good one to throw on.
Or
Do
maybe it
they
is a
play
primetime
any
game.
late cold games?
Chicago.
We play in Chicago. Last year we played Chicago and we destroyed them in the cold.
Now you're at
That's a
Lambeau
bad
week
argument
18.
now. And Lambeau week 18, yeah.
Back to back cold games?
That's
They
fine.
really screwed them on that.
That's fine.
Actually, it might be better because then they're just used to it.
Yeah.
Do the
it's good.
Lions practice outside, I assume, in
Yeah.
Detroit before
we
they
do-
play
we
these
do.
teams,
Yeah,
right?
we do.
Yeah.
Allen Park.
But yeah, let's go. Let's run the Packers schedule.
Okay. Okay, week 1 is Vikings, so just whatever. I have that as.
Well, yeah, I
have
got
the-
3-3 in the division too, so
Ooh,
we'll just
I
chop
have-
it all
I
up.
have the same.
Hold
I
on.
just did it for all teams, yeah.
Go ahead. Out of
So
divisions.
Jets,
Win.
Falcons,
At home.
Where
that's
is it?
probably-
In
it's our
Lambeau?
home opener.
At home.
At Lambeau.
Oh, it's a home opener.
Thursday night
I'll give
home
them the win.
opener. I think Bijan will have 150 yards that game. I'm gonna bet on him for sure.
That's a problem there. If they can't get pressure, they're gonna let Tua sit in the pocket all day, and he'll probably throw for
Also,
250.
Yeah.
You guys think Tua is gonna start? Because I don't
Yeah.
know.
What?
I think Penix has a chance to start.
Well, usually just
So-
look
Well, you
at
see
the
the-
FanDuel odds.
Did you see the
Yeah,
propaganda
that's-
Penix put out the other
What did
day?
he say?
Yeah,
I
he
see
said-
it.
The doctor said this is the healthiest his ACL or knees have ever been, and the doctor says he signed off on him having no further lingering knee problems. So he's basically just he
Yeah.
got his doctor to say, "Listen, my knees are completely fine. I'm ready to be the starter."
Breakout candidate, another one?
That
Maybe?
dude, that doctor
Depends if they
probably retired right
even
after.
start him though,
I
right?
don't
Yeah,
believe in
depends.
Penix.
Keep running it.
And then
You believe
Bucks
in Penix?
No.
week 4 is Bucks.
Week 4
In
Bucks for the
Tampa. That's a
Packers.
tough
Tua
game.
is just totally gonna not be good though. I think.
We can give that. We can
I
just
think
put that
you're-
in as a loss. 'Cause
Ryan's-
there's
I
gonna be
had
ones
that
that
as
you
a
give.
loss.
there's
He has a
gonna be
good
ones that you don't.
situation there. I think 2
Yeah,
will be
we'll see.
good there.
And then Bears, whatever, week 6.
We always
week 5.
smoke the Cowboys.
Cowboys week 6.
Where is it?
in Lambeau.
In Lambeau.
Okay, we'll give them the win.
They
We
tied
always
40-40 last
Wait,
year. I
like,
remember that. It was crazy.
This is a
I
thing
remember
where
that
like
game.
this
Game of the
this
year.
right here, this game, Packers Cowboys. In my
But
head,
Parsons is back
if
and
Parsons
they're at
is
home.
there, I give them the win. If Parsons isn't there, I give them the loss. That's just what I think
Dak
in
will
my
work
head.
them if they
Oh,
get
if
pressure.
Parsons isn't there, Dak will go for 300.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but this is a game where Parsons will like fight to come back, and then he'll get a sack, and it'll be.
I think we
it'll
could
be like,
we
oh,
could
it's
shut
so
them
cool.
out.
The Cowboys?
Just shut them out.
Cowboys are
I think
crazy
I think
offense.
Deuce Vaughn's
Yeah, their
breaking off
offense
a
is good.
95-yard
Keep going.
run.
Yeah.
Then Lions. Then Thursday night at home against the
We
Panthers.
lost to the Panthers last year.
I know, they remember that game.
We're gonna
Yeah,
get revenge,
they
and it's
remember
at
it.
Lambeau.
Revenge game.
Yeah,
Revenge
and it's at Lambeau.
That's BTA for sure.
Yeah.
And then I have, then it's Patriots.
That'll be a great game.
Where is that?
at
In New
Gillette,
England?
Yeah.
And you got to
It's a
give
good
New
game.
England the win there.
You think so?
With how we're doing this so far.
Sure.
And then Vikings, then bye week, then Rams on the road.
That's just another
on a
You kind
classic.
of
Wednesday.
have to say loss.
You got to say Rams. You just have to.
That's yeah.
And then Saints. And then
That's another good game. Is
Yeah.
that in New Orleans
It
too?
is.
Yeah.
That'll be a good game.
It's a good
Hopefully.
game.
Mark that as a win.
I mean, the Saints are good, but I don't think they're that
Keep going.
good.
At home against the Bills.
Holy, this is tough, man.
Yeah, I know.
That should be a win. I
That's a
think so.
good game if everyone's healthy. Like a very,
in
very
Lambeau,
good
by the
game.
way, but yeah.
Keep going.
And then Miami,
Win.
probably
Win.
destruction. Willis, maybe
Willis revenge game.
No,
hell no.
Halfley revenge game.
That'll be 31-10 for Packers for sure. And then Bears on Friday.
You know
which
what
is
that
Christmas
Miami
Day.
game's like? Miami scores the first drive, and the
Yeah.
Packers just boat race them.
And you
Wait,
bet,
what
and you
game
bet,
on Friday?
you bet on them, and you get pissed when they score. But then
Would
they
you say
destroy them.
they have a Black Friday
Black
game?
Friday, like on
Against the
Christmas.
Bears.
At
doesn't
Soldier
matter.
Field.
No, on Christmas Day.
Doesn't matter. That's gonna be a good game.
And
though.
then Texans.
Holy
At home.
shit, man. See,
This
like
is in the
this
winter,
what I'm
though?
saying.
that's why
Yeah.
In the
schedule
winter.
matters
Stroud's-
so
Stroud's
much
not
in this
good.
division.
Stroud's not good in the cold, man.
Yeah, Monday night.
Yeah.
And then Lions at home. What do you
10 and
have?
7.
Yeah, Lions are gonna win the division.
But like you
You heard it
said,
here first.
Patriots coin flip,
Yeah.
Bills coin
Yeah.
flip. Maybe they sweep the Vikings.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's what
they
I
we
sweep
also
the
have
line,
3
you know
and
what I'm
3
saying?
division.
Like yeah, like stuff
I have
can
4 and
happen.
2.
in
not
those.
rarely happens. Where
Yeah, nobody ever chops straight up in the division.
Yeah,
but
no.
when I do my record predictions, I want it to be somewhat realistic. So I just give it kind of a baseline,
I had one sweep, and that was against the Vikings. That's it.
which is fair.
Yeah, that's it. Everyone else was split.
But yeah, no, this is a great division. It's going to be super entertaining. Every division game, it just seems like a must-watch game in the
Yeah.
for the NFC North. But
Best division in football.
no.
Yes, 100%.
I think so.
NFC West?
is better.
NFC West,
You think?
I think
AFC
the
West.
Chargers, Broncos, and Chiefs are. Chargers and Broncos are for sure better than
okay,
any team in this
top
division.
to bottom,
in
this
my
is the best
opinion.
division.
I think
Top
so.
to bottom,
NFC
overall,
Like, I think
all
I
around.
actually think
top
the
3
Raiders are going to
teams
be good.
in the NFC West: Rams, Niners, Seahawks. I think are probably better than any 3 teams.
I don't think the Niners.
We're
are
a
good,
horrible
but-
I don't think the
matchup.
Niners are good
Sorry.
either. So,
Yeah.
but I think the Rams and Seahawks like moves it a lot.
Yeah,
It does.
I think. Yeah, I think the North's the best, and then I would probably say AFC West because I think the Raiders are going to be decent this year. I think they're
If you
going
think
to
they're
win like
going to
7
be
games.
decent, then there's.
But like
the best.
Vikings or Raiders, like I think it's Vikings.
No, but
in a
Vikings are
clearing.
better than the Raiders.
Yeah,
That's what
but
I'm
the
saying.
the
Vikings are
Chargers,
better.
Broncos, and Chiefs, in my opinion, the Chargers and Broncos are better than any team.
I think
in
the
that
Packers
division.
are better than both of them.
But like you have to say the Chiefs then are better too than any team in the division. You have
Well,
to.
sure, then add them.
You have to.
I'd say Packers
You
over all
can't. You
3.
can't. You can't say the Chargers are better than the Chiefs. You can't, man.
Well, I will.
The Lions.
Packers are a bad matchup for Denver.
Remember what happened last
Bad
time? The
matchup.
Lions. Remember what
The
happened
who?
the last time the
Bad,
Lions
the
played
Packers
the
are a bad
Broncos? It's
matchup for the
destruction.
Broncos.
I think the Broncos beat them every time.
That game, the last game was in
Really?
Denver, right?
Yeah, that was a great game.
That was a good.
When
one.
all the
Yeah.
Packers
Well,
players got hurt.
Yeah,
Was it?
That's
Mike
why
got-
you
that's
won.
Mike
That's
got
when
hurt,
Parsons
and
went down.
I think Watson got hurt that game too.
that was probably
Go
Nick's
figure.
best
Should
game.
Sue
of his
ever
career.
made that football
Yeah.
field?
What
Yeah,
happened the
well,
last time the
thanks.
Broncos
Jeez.
played the Lions? Remember that game?
Yeah, remember the one before that though?
When who was our quarterback that game? It was like
God.
no, that was 2021. That doesn't even
Do
count.
you remember that one game when the Dolphins scored 70 on the Broncos?
Oh. Ever since then though,
Hey, it's been
it's been
up
a
from there.
different team.
I'm not gonna argue on that.
That was just an absolute blowout.
Yeah.
That was
There's
crazy.
no
to
other way
watch,
around
man.
it.
Anyways, let's watch some preseason football. That's going to do it for episode 72 of the Alec Frengos Show. Hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you next time.